So for a lot of us guys, especially here in the US, the first thing a woman notices is our car. Now for a lot of guys, this feels like a bunch of BS because most men can't afford a $100,000 plus vehicle. But here's the deal. The price of the car isn't what most women are thinking about. No, what most women are looking at is it well taken care of? And they're thinking, what does this say about his personality? Now, of course, there are gold diggers out there paying attention to the value of the vehicle and everything else that you have on you. Now, the reality is the vast majority of women are using this as just one of many indicators to make a better determination of who you are and what you're bringing to the table. I mean, think about it. We do this all the time. You see a guy on a Harley Davidson, you have a different impression of him than you do someone that's riding a crotch rocket. You see a guy driving a pickup truck, you have a different impression of him than somebody driving a sports car. And again, the car doesn't have to be expensive to send a good first impression. I mean, my truck only has a value of a few $1,000s, but I keep it clean. I actually had it repainted. It looks really good. I mean, it's a classic truck and it looks good. I know personally, when I see a guy driving a well taken care of classic vehicle, I'm like, hey, there's a guy that takes care of what he owns. In today's video, gents, we're talking about things that women notice and how to make a great first impression. Now, gents, everything I'm talking about in today's video, it isn't going to help you at all if you don't have one thing, and that is confidence. So what's confidence? Confidence to me is a man who believes in himself and his ability to overcome whatever life throws at him. And a key component to being confident is being honest with yourself. I know, a little bit embarrassing for most guys to talk about, but here's the fact. 52% of men at some point in their lives are going to have issues with erectile dysfunction. Here's the deal. If you find that you have ED issues and you're making up excuses as to, yeah, I'm just tired, I'm stressed out at work, I just don't really feel like it, you are lying to yourself. And I don't want to see this happen where you're lying to yourself and you lose your confidence, you lose your mojo, you lose the ability to have a great relationship. Guys, dealing with ED doesn't have to be difficult. And that's why I'm bringing you today's sponsor, Roman. Gents, Roman is a one-stop shop where licensed U.S. healthcare professionals can treat erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation online. In a nutshell, guys, Roman makes dealing with ED simple, safe, and totally discreet. I mean, let's face it, most of us don't go to a doctor as often as we should, and to talk about something like this is very difficult. And if you can't talk about the problem, how can you solve it? This is why I love Roman. They make it so easy to deal with ED. Seriously, gents, it's simple. This is how it works. Go to getroman.com/RMRS. You'll then receive your diagnosis, and then you'll have genuine medication delivered right to your door in discreet, unmarked packaging. You get free 2-day shipping, and you can reach out to a healthcare professional in the Roman network whenever you need. Gents, if you're struggling with ED, don't let it sap away your confidence. Instead, work with Roman to solve the problem. To get started, gents, go to getroman.com/RMRS for a free online visit. And if approved, you'll get $15 off your first order of ED treatment plus free 2-day shipping. Again, that's getroman.com/RMRS for $15 off your first order of ED treatment. Gents, Roman is a great company. I'm going to link to them down in the description. Again, if you're dealing with ED, go over and check them out. Now, I know some of you guys live in cities, you don't own a car, and you're like, come on, Antonio, what is she going to notice on me? Well, first up, when you are approaching, she is going to notice your silhouette, she is going to notice your build, she is going to notice the way you're walking. Now, when it comes to your build, you can't do much about that in the next 24 to 48 hours. That being said, your silhouette, you can improve immediately by wearing clothing that accentuates your masculine features and downplays your flaws. An example would be just simply throwing on a jacket preferably structured in the shoulders. It's going to build up your shoulders from a distance and make you look more masculine. You want to button up it, especially right there in the centerpiece. If you've got a little bit, 20, 30, 40, maybe 50 extra pounds right there in the center, by buttoning it up, not going to hide it all, but what it's going to do is give you a more clean, straight up look. Another way to strengthen or slim up that silhouette is to go for a monochromatic look. This is where the eyes can go up and down because you're keeping the color relatively the same. Wearing a dark top with a dark bottom versus a light top with a dark bottom, or the opposite. What this does is it draws our attention right to the center point, which again, if you've got a little bit heavier of a midsection, we're going to be drawn to that. So after you do what you can for the silhouette, let's talk about your walk. You want to walk with confidence. Put those shoulders back. Don't hunch over. Know where you're going. These are things a woman sees a man and all of a sudden he's walking with confidence. He looks like he belongs. He's not trying to hide himself. And a lot of us over time, we've kind of scrunched down. It's something that we fall into with habit. You want to change that back. One of the easiest things, again, just simply roll those shoulders back, know where you're going, and go in that direction with confidence. Now, as she gets closer, she's going to notice your clothing, in particular, your shoes. Your shoes are the foundation of your outfit, the foundation of your wardrobe. Make sure that you spend good money on shoes and you buy the best that you can afford. Do you have to buy expensive? No, you can look around for deals, but you want to have, whether they're boots, shoes, whatever they are you're putting on your feet, you want to make sure that they are of good quality and they work with the clothing you're wearing, because you can have a really nice top outfit, that sweater with jeans fits you perfectly, but if you've got the wrong shoes, you're wearing running shoes when you could be wearing leather boots that would just really up that outfit versus bringing it down, it's going to sabotage the whole look if you're wearing the wrong type of shoes with the outfit that, yes, could have done so much more for you. And gents, when I'm talking good looking shoes, I'm not talking dress shoes, although that's a great option. You can go with boots, you can go with sneaker high tops. Point being is make sure that they work with the outfit, that they're clean, well taken care of, and of a good quality build. With clothing, it's similar. You don't have to go fancy. You don't have to wear a suit, although I do think wearing a suit makes any man look great. And that's because a suit is designed to enhance your natural masculine features. That being said, you could wear a jumper, a sweater, and look good if the jeans fit you. And remember, when it comes to your clothing, fit, function, and fabric, that's my style pyramid. If you nail those three things, pretty much anything that you put on your body, if it complements your build, is going to look good. And believe me, gents, just look around. The bar isn't set too high. What we're talking about here is stepping 1 or 2 notches above the average in your area, and you are going to stand out. You're going to get compliments. People are going to call you the GQ guy, and they're going to mean it in a good way. The next thing she's going to notice, gents, your grooming. And let's start things off with your hair. So if you don't have hair, if you've shaven off, you're bald, let's just say that if you've already gone through that, you are confident in this look. You know that this look, some ladies love it, some not so much, some, yeah, you don't care. Point being is you got to be confident with what you got. Now, if you've got a full head of hair, make sure that you have a style that feels great. Don't go with a new hairstyle the day that you're meeting up with somebody new. You're going to be going on that date. You're going to be meeting up wanting to. If you want confidence, one of the keys with that is practice. Knowing, hey, how this looks, that this is something that's reliable. I know that this complements my face, my overall look, I'm going to go with it. Now, what if you're caught in the middle? You're losing your hair. You've got balding spots. You've got thin hair. Well, I do recommend that you use products that help just to make it look better. Maybe find a way. I know a lot of guys put on a hat. Other guys simply say, you know what? I'm going to shave it. I'm going to go towards the bald side. Other people say, you know what? I'm maybe going to even look at a hair transplant. Whatever it may be, go down that path, but go down that path with confidence, knowing that, hey, I am going to control my look and I'm going to make sure I put my best foot forward. Now, what about facial hair? So the key here is to trim. If you've got a beard, don't let it get out of control. Make sure it's clean, it's looking good. Maybe choose a particular style, goatee, mustache, whatever it is you want to go with. Make sure that you've had time to wear this a few times. You like the look in the mirror. If you're just going to go clean shaven because this is what you've always done, then that's perfectly fine as well. Next up, gents, let's talk about the biggest organ in your body. I'm talking about your skin. You want to make sure that you take care of your skin. It looks healthy. As you get older, your skin starts to lose a little bit of blood flow. It can, just make you not look very good. It can start to flake. It can start to get dried out, especially if you live maybe in the Midwest. It gets really cold during the winter and the air just dries out. You don't want to have flaky, dead looking skin. Instead, make sure that you have a skincare routine. That includes at night you're washing, maybe you're scrubbing your face with a face washer. You don't want to be using just regular soap. It's overly strong. It's going to strip away too much of the oil and the moisture. And you've also got a moisturizer. Moisturizer is probably one of the key things that I think every man should start using. Now, what about aftershaves? I think they're great, especially again, if you're going to go for that clean shave and you've got a little bit of cuts and nicks, you want to make sure to put on that aftershave. Just makes it feels better and just helps the skin again re-moisturize. Now, what about anti-aging creams? Over the age of 30, 40, 50, you start to get wrinkles in here. Anti-aging creams are great because they're going to help hydrate the skin. Now, very much related to grooming, but I want to give it its own section, and that is oral hygiene. So guys, of course, you're brushing your teeth, right? Twice a day. Are you flossing? Only floss the teeth you want to keep. That's what my dentist tells me. Completely agree. Especially again, as you get a bit older. When you're young, you can get away with a lot of things, although you still need to brush your teeth. But as you age, your mouth gets dry. So guess what? Grab some water, drink more water. Get a tongue cleaner. Clean off that tongue. Some of you guys have given me so much crap because occasionally on my videos, I did not clean my tongue. Today, I did. Use a mouthwash. All of these things just give you great smelling breath. Does every man need to get his teeth straightened? The answer is no, but a lot of us would benefit from it, especially when it comes to our bite. Our teeth are going to last longer if they're straight and if they are properly aligned. So it may be something, if your dentist is recommending, as mine has, hey, you're 45 years old, you may want to get them straightened. I'm seriously considering this. That being said, whitening your teeth. This is a very easy thing that you can do at home. Tons of whitening options out there. The point here is your smile and oral hygiene matters. It matters a lot, especially if she's going to want to get close. Now let's talk about eye contact. This one probably could have gone earlier, but when you make eye contact, what she's going to notice is if your eyes immediately look away. This is a confidence issue, and it can be overcome with practice. And I'll admit, guys, I had this issue for the longest time. I just wasn't used to actually looking at girls. When they looked back, I would look down. This is something you're going to have to work on. And the best advice I can give you here is start making eye contact with everybody. Whether they're young, old, male, female, just simply look at people and smile and say hello. You want this to become a habit. You want this to become your default, that you are a friendly person, because it generally becomes part of who you are. And when you become this friendly, approachable person, you're going to find that it just starts the conversation. And when you practice this again and again, it becomes normal. Now, really quick, let's talk jewelry. Do women actually care? And truthfully, the answer to that question is as varied as there are women out there. But a lot of women do use it again as an indicator, similar to the car, of your personality, who you are. If you're a guy that has a lot of jewelry on, they're going to make an assumption about you. Right or wrong, they have a preconceived notion of what a man who wears a lot of jewelry is like. Now, if you're not into jewelry, I get it. But an easy way to be able to bring a bit of bling into your wardrobe is with a classic piece like a watch. So this right here, not so much bling, more functional. You've got the classic G-Shock, which is great if you're going to be spending a lot of time at the gym, a lot of time outdoors. Maybe you go with a classic field watch with a canvas band. Maybe you're a bit of a gangster accountant. You want to go with a gold data bank. And my personal favorite, the classic dive style watch. What I like about this, you can dress it up, you can dress it down. You can spend just a few $100 and get a really decent, Seiko or Orient. You can spend tens of thousands of dollars and get an expensive Rolex. Point being, wear something that you can afford, something you're comfortable wearing, and she is going to notice that little bit of bling, but most likely she won't know any of the watch brands. So why care? Because it may turn into a conversation piece. It may be something she asks about. At the very least, she'll notice you pay attention to the details. And let's not forget about your manners and behavior. Within seconds, she's going to note how you're treating her. Within minutes, she's going to note how you're treating others. Saying please, thank you, excuse me. Showing that you treat your fellow human with respect is something that not only women, anyone notices when they first meet you. So make sure you know good manners, make sure you practice good manners, make sure that your good manners are part of who you are. So gents, what do you think? Agree? Disagree? What did I miss? Let me know in the comments below. So what video to watch next? How about 10 signs of a confident man? Guys, check out this video right here. I lay it out. You need to make sure to master these if you want to appear strong and confident. Seriously, click on it. Guys, I'm getting tired of holding this up. Boom, click, go. It's a good one. Check it out, guys.